Hello everyone, Zephyr from DualShockers here. We are here with Daniel, which is the project manager of Black Desert Online, as you can see below. There is quite a crowd there. There is a lot of crowd, and especially for a game that has been announced just a week or two ago. So Daniel, what do you think of the reception? You can actually speak French, unlike Greek, so you probably have spoken a little bit with people playing the game. What do they think?
Alright, hi, nice to meet you everyone. So far everyone is really excited about the game. Most people actually keep playing the character customization for like almost 50 minutes because it's so incredible. You can customize your character like any way you want to. Right now in the alpha stage we're still a little bit limited in the options that we do have, because right now it's basically what we imported from Korea. So all the character customization, especially the eyes, have like a little bit of an Asian touch. However, we are planning to do a process where we actually adjust and add more content there, where people have like more European and American, so basically Western facial expressions, facial basics, and also like especially the eyes, the ears, like the chin will be adjusted, some new haircuts that are more like our favorite. Yeah, so we're going more to that direction.
So are you going to add different skin tones as well?
Yes, that was actually one of our first questions to the developers. We actually directly asked about like a deep black skin and also a bald haircut, because I was really blended, like I couldn't make myself because everyone had hair. So yeah, so yes, we do offer more haircuts at some point. Hopefully we will do that by launch already, but if not then we will add more content gradually that will be more in our taste and also our needs, because well, we need to adjust to the Western market obviously.
Of course. So, since you're gonna have a bold haircut, can we have an afro too?
Actually, there's an afro right now, but
there is?
There's one for the Berserker.
Oh.
It's not necessarily afro-like. It's just a lot of hair everywhere. So yeah, we were most likely also aiming at those specific cultural haircuts. It's going to be very tricky because haircuts in such MMOs is really difficult to develop actually.
Yes.
Because you have like basically two features of each haircut. One, they're moving, so it's really difficult if it's like a lot of hair on top. However, there's a different haircut when you use, for example, an afro, you have a lot of hair there, and you put a helmet on.
Yeah.
Then everything gets squished down.
Yes.
And to get that right with like tons of different helmets or hats or whatever, it's really difficult. But so far the developers were doing a really great job, and we're glad about that, so we'll hope to see some more soon.
Okay, so you're going to face a quite difficult market, but you have a like secret weapon. Like you have a different business model from almost everyone else. So I already asked Rick, but I also want to hear your opinion on this. Why buy to play? What's the philosophy behind it? And do you think the game has what it takes to make it with this kind of business model?
Very valid question, especially from communities we hear very often. There were other games before, which I don't need to name obviously, that actually failed to execute this business model. However, we strongly believe that our product, it is very rich. You can spend like tons of time in there. So basically what the ultimate price will be a very fair price compared to other standalone games. If you buy any standalone game, you pay around 50 or 60 euros nowadays, and you spend like 30 euros, 30 hours, 40 hours in it, right? So basically in Black Desert, you're going to spend at least like a couple of months. So there's already like a really good balance of value versus what you actually get for it. Also, we wanted to give the whole game like a better touch in regards of perception. Because especially in the Western market, recently like free-to-play game doesn't have like such a good reputation. Most games actually suffer when they launch as a free-to-play game, and buy-to-play is always considered as a premium feeling. And that's what we want to deliver. We want to deliver very good experience for the users, we want to deliver very good service there, and we're putting a lot of effort to modify and adjust the game for the needs for the Western market, such as localization in English, also in German and French. And when we're talking about localization, for example, there's over 2.5 million words in this game. It's crazy. So that's going to be like our biggest challenge, actually, aside from the adjustments. That being said, there's actually over 1,000 different roles that are currently being taken care of to have like a voiceover. Obviously, not every character has like a lot of text, but some of the NPCs are just passing by in the city, or you just talk to them once, they just say like hello, whatever. But still, it's gonna require like a huge resource in regards to manpower to utilize that. That's why we try to put so much focus on it. And also, going to the buy-to-play model, we're going also to adjust our cash shop compared to the free-to-play model. We're gonna make it better, fairer also for the users, and we really hope that the users will appreciate like our effort that we put into all the considerations that we put into.
Okay, there is one thing that normally is a weak point of MMORPGs that come from Korea and are published by a Western publisher, which is that most of the times the feedback from the players doesn't really get listened by the Korean development team. Are you going to have anything in place to change this? Do you want to try to make this different this time around? To bring the feedback from the Western community to the Korean development?
Oh yeah. Well, actually I've been working like the last 3 years already with a different Korean title that was also brought out in Europe and America. However, I was part of the European publisher, and I can say it's very similar. Like most Korean developers, they struggle a little bit to plan ahead in regards of preparing properly for the Western market. However, Paralabas is actually very open-minded about adjusting the game to the needs. They are very aware of the situation. Actually, one of our first meetings, I had a very good example to explain the whole difference. So let's take there's the car brand Mercedes, right? So it's a German brand. Everyone in Germany, for example, they drive manual gear. However, if you buy the car in Asia, for example in Korea, you will not find that car with a manual gear, so you have to buy it with the automatic gears. Yeah. So there you can see how you need to adjust the product to different markets. And that makes actually like the developers think about it. So they're aware of the situation, and we will work closely together with them to make the best out of it. Okay. But in the same context, we really hope that the community will also understand that not everything can be changed in the way they would like to see it. Just to give an example, it's basically like a huge brick house, and everything, especially in Black Desert, it's tremendously interconnected. There's like a lot of, especially economy, for example. So everything is like really closely interconnected. If you take one brick out, everything else might collapse. So we are really careful of what we're going to adjust. So we're taking really baby steps here, and we hope that everyone who plays the game can see the progress that we will make throughout the next months, and then we're going to refine the product as much as possible to the launch date and beyond that.
Everyone knows Black Desert for the character creation, but it actually has a pretty advanced housing feature as well. How does it work? Can you tell us a little bit about that? The housing.
Oh yes. Yes, so the housing system actually changed a lot in the past. Before, it was actually the Korean version. Originally, it was you had to buy the house, or you had to go to auction house and bid for your house, which led basically that at some point the houses ran out. However, this might suit especially the role players out there, but still we have to take into consideration there's a huge market for casual players as well, and we want to offer like the good experience to everyone. So right now the goal is to make houses actually the same as Korea, like instance. This means right now you can go to a house, you can simply buy it with your contribution points, which you can gather and increase your gameplay and the PvE content. And once you have a house, you can either build your own furniture. For that you need to gather some resources. Gather resources, you can do it your own, which requires a lot of time. Or you can hire workers for whom you need to buy a house as well, because you need lodging for them, you can buy beer and food. So that's what I meant before, when everything is interconnected. So once you have the resources, you can basically build like some furniture, some basic furniture, but there will also be some really nice, really detailed furniture, which will mainly be available for other elements.
Okay. One thing that is very, very important in MMORPG is the combat system.
Yes.
What sets Black Desert apart from other games, combat-wise?
Right. There were actually a couple of games in the past that tried to approach the game style, the play style of, let's say, World of Warcraft in the past, to go away from the point and click and then wait for your cooldown to resolve and then redo the whole thing from the start. Then in the last couple of years, actually a couple of games started to do that. Some of them did it really well, some didn't. However, the direction right now is that there's an absolutely completely non-targeting real-time combat system. So you can interact with your monster in any way you like. You can attack it, you can block, you can actually throw it, launch it in the air, you can grab it and throw it to the ground, which will kind of stun, eliminate its movement for like a short time, so you can continue your attacks or prepare the next one. As a wizard, for example, you need some time to cast. Yeah, there's like it's a very rich combat system, and it feels so much more alive than any other game right now. It's actually very comparable to some of the big standalone AAA titles like Prince of Persia or like The Witcher 3, for example. It's very similar to that actually, and that's something that we've never seen in such a detail as in Black Desert Online.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. I can't wait to play it.
Thank you too. Bye.